Wow, guys, this is breaking news. This is breaking news. This is impacting multiple states. We're talking California, Florida, uh, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. There were disasters in Texas that Trump mentioned. Trump is making plans to deploy the Army Corps of Engineers, and dismantling FEMA. California has been devastated, and California Governor Gavin Newsom doesn't even seem to give a flying flip about the residents of California, Los Angeles, Hollywood. I mean, this is an absolute disaster. And the water damage that has been sustained for long periods of time in North Carolina without running water, this is probably the worst that we've ever seen. And what Trump has unveiled during this live meeting with the victims of Hurricane Helene, this is groundbreaking, guys. This is absolutely groundbreaking.
But whoever those property people were, thank you very much. Michael, is that true? That's not good, huh? About the property owners you put a Trump sign on and they wouldn't help? FEMA. Earlier this year, FEMA kicked 2,000 North Carolinians out of their temporary housing into below freezing temperatures. What was that all about? You know about that? What happened? Tell me.
We had an incompetent administration under Biden, and we had a disaster, and then we call it the disaster after the disaster. That was the FEMA response.
You've had nothing but disaster since then. It doesn't matter at this point. Biden did a bad job. Do this. I want to say that we're very disappointed in FEMA. Your new governor, it's not his fault. He's brand new to the whole situation.
Things are about to get crazy, folks. So President Trump speaks to the hurricane victims in North Carolina. And let's also not forget about the ravaging fire that has taken place across California, multiple cities, and the fires are absolutely spreading. They're not contained. These wildfires are going crazy, and Gavin Newsom clearly doesn't know what he's doing. And instead of worrying about the fires, Gavin Newsom is trying to Trump-proof his state, okay? And this is the Democrats' responses to the California wildfires while this tragedy continues to take away, just absolutely devastate homes. But let's quickly hear from President Donald Trump as he addresses the hurricane victims of North Carolina. Drop a quick like for the video. Thanks so much for sharing these videos and getting the truth out here, guys. This is Trump visiting the North Carolina disaster-stricken state. And this is actually his first presidential trip since his second term. Let's take a
Migration.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Please. Hi, Virginia. Well, thank you very much. It's a little cold outside, but you're getting used to the cold. And one of the things that are very important to me, and one of the reasons I'm happy that we won so convincingly, is to help North Carolina get fixed up. They supported us in record numbers, and I'm supporting them in record numbers too. And they had me set. I wanted to go to Los Angeles and see what was going on with California, why they aren't releasing the water. Millions and millions of gallons of water. They're sending it out to the Pacific. Someday somebody's going to explain that one.
Well, I can tell you, Gavin Newsom is so mad at Donald Trump. He's spending millions and possibly even billions of dollars trying to Trump-proof his state. Gavin Newsom and was the LA Mayor Karen Bass, they're so hell-bent on disagreeing with Trump that they're willing to punish the residents of California, Hollywood, the Palisades, and multiple cities within California where this wildfire is taking place. They would rather let their state burn down to the ground than to take the water that Trump is sending over there to help put out the fires. Please comment down below. Help me to make some sense of this, guys.
In the meantime, they have no water in Los Angeles where they had the problems. But So we're going there. But I said, well, what about North Carolina? Well, you could do that. No, I can't. I said, we're stopping in North Carolina first, and then we're going to Los Angeles. And we just appreciate the outpouring of love that we've had here. Laura was, as you know, very instrumental in the campaign, and she lived here and is loved, and we appreciate it. And Michael Whatley has been incredible, wherever Michael is. Hello, Michael. Michael Whatley has been great, and your congressmen have been great. And what we thought we'd do is take a quick look around. First, we wanted to do this. I want to say that we're very disappointed in FEMA. Your new governor, it's not his fault. He's brand new to the whole situation. But we're going to work together with the governor. We're going to work together with the senators, but really we're going to work a lot with your congressmen, especially the three that are in the area, and Michael Whatley. And I'd like to put Michael in charge of making sure everything goes well. And Franklin Graham has been unbelievable. We've made a big contribution to Franklin, and we'll continue to do so. But I've been hearing nothing but praise for the job that Samaritan's Purse has done with Franklin. And we appreciate it. Where is Franklin? He's around here someplace. And that good-looking guy, he's always been a good-looking guy. His father was a good-looking guy, too, I'll tell you. We loved his father, right? I saw his father in the latter years, and I said, well, he doesn't have long to go. He was having a hard time, and he lived about 3 or 4 years after that, right? They say it was good stock. He had the ultimate good stock. But I want to thank you, Franklin. You've been fantastic here, and everywhere he goes, he's always the first one I see.
You know, it's so sad. I mean, folks are out there freezing in North Carolina, the hurricane victims of North Carolina. You got Melania Trump right next to Donald Trump right now. She's clearly bundled up in a thick, dark green, military green jacket, overcoat, and hopefully a very warm hat. Trump's got gloves. It's definitely cold out there right now. Where are you guys watching from? Let me know what temperature it is where you're watching right now. We're getting record wind chills across the nation right now.
People don't realize how good it is. A lot of people, they go, well, maybe it's for the people that he's got, and you guys know because you're here, but the people that he's got have done amazing work. So I just want to thank everybody. We're going to get over and take a look. We'll say a few words. I do want to introduce some of the people that we have. And our First Lady, we'll start with our First Lady. She wanted to be here because of North Carolina. And then I said, well, you can do that, but you're going to have to come to California, too. And she said, that's okay. And we got to fix that one up, too. You ever see anything like that one? It's, who would have thought that could have happened?
Doesn't Melania Trump's smile just light up the room? I don't know if it's just me.
So, Governor Josh Stein, thank you very much. We appreciate it. And we're going to have a very long and good relationship. Representatives, maybe stand up if you would so the press can see. Representatives Chuck Edwards. Chuck, thank you. Thank you, Chuck. Tim Moore. Virginia, you know Virginia Fox, a legend. She is such a powerful woman. Pat Harrigan. Pat, thank you very much. Your Agriculture Commissioner, who I hear is excellent, Steve Troxler. Steve, thank you very much. Good job, Steve. You got plenty to do, right? More than you ever thought. North Carolina Speaker Dustin Hall. Thank you, Dustin. Thanks, Dustin. Very good. House Majority Leader Brendan Jones. Brendan, thank you very much. We're making progress, Brendan. State Representatives Dudley Green, Carl Gillespie. Thank you very much, fellas. Good, good. Thank you very much. State Senators Kevin Corbin, Warren Daniel. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kevin, Warren. And County Commissioner Jennifer Best. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. So Hurricane Helen was one of the worst natural disasters in American history. It was far worse than it was even billed. I have never seen such water damage. It was largely water damage, wind damage, but water damage nobody's ever seen. I've been here, as you know, numerous times, but now I'm here in a position where we can do something, meaning I've been in office for 4 days, and I wanted to come sooner, but actually they had a little problem with getting logistically in here, but I would have been here even sooner. 104 North Carolinians have lost their lives. Is that now a fairly firm number, or are they still finding people? You know, what do you think? They're still finding people?
I really don't think America realizes how devastating the flooding was in North Carolina. Um, this was largely underrepresented. Um, Mainstream media didn't want this information to be out for whatever reason. Obviously, we're still in Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's term, but it's just really sad how they pretty much hid this catastrophe from the people. And FEMA clearly dropped the ball. I mean, it's like FEMA gets billions of dollars every year from the federal government. And like, where is FEMA when you need them, right?
Pretty much okay. It's a lot of people. 104 people lost their lives. 73,000 homes were severely damaged or destroyed. And I'll tell you, I've been to a lot of them, and this was like lots of hurricanes in one. I've never seen such damage done by water. And the water came, it was violent, and it left, and there was like nothing left. It's really pretty amazing. At one point, half of the emergency calls to FEMA went unanswered. That's real bad.
Wow. Half the calls going to FEMA went unanswered. What are they doing? And then, of course, I mean, like, I don't know how quickly these insurance companies are paying out insurance claims. Many folks have reported that they didn't necessarily have flood insurance. So the real estate market, these real estate assets that these people owned, they were destroyed, and the amount of wealth that was just wiped out. Some people were retired and they don't have the income to be able to afford to buy a new home. So, I mean, some of these folks are financially devastated.
FEMA was not doing their job. The city of Asheville went without running water for 2 months. A whistleblower testified that some FEMA employees refused to help people who displayed Trump signs on their property. I think that's true, isn't it? I read that. It's not nice.
Wow.
That's not too nice, is it?
See, we talked about that before, how we were hearing reports that people were saying if there were any type of MAGA signs or pro-Trump conservative signs, anything like that, that were displayed on people's homes, that FEMA was denying service, denying support. And we were told that these were lies. Well, we were lied to. Trump is now confirming what we've been told all along. And this is beyond illegal. This is a moral failure at this point.
But whoever those property people were, thank you very much. Michael, is that true? That's not good, huh? About the property owners you put a Trump sign on and they wouldn't help? FEMA. Earlier this year, FEMA kicked 2,000 North Carolinians out of their temporary housing into below freezing temperatures. What was that all about? You know about that? What happened? Tell me.
We had an incompetent administration under Biden, and we had a disaster, and then we call it the disaster after the disaster. That was the FEMA response.
You had nothing but disaster since then. It doesn't matter at this point. Biden did a bad job. Some residents still don't have hot water, drinking water, or anything else, and many of them don't have quarters. They don't have anything. They got a stipend for what they lost, and we're going to take care of it. This is totally unacceptable, and I'll be taking strong action to get North Carolina the support that you need to quickly recover and rebuild. We're working on it very hard, and I think if Michael Whatley does half as good a job for North Carolina as he did for my campaign, we'll be very happy.
Those of you guys just joining in, please comment down below. Let me know if the sound is okay for you guys. If you guys are able to hear me, just type yes, okay. Thank you.
Him and Laura were a very powerful team. So you think you can handle it, Michael? I don't know. I'm not sure, Michael. I think this is maybe in many ways easier, okay? Maybe easier. But you're going to lead the team. Do you want to say who the congressmen are that you want to appoint? Do you want to introduce them?
We have Virginia Fox, Chuck Edwards, and Tim Moore, whose districts encompass the area.
And they are the districts that were most severely impacted, right? You were affected then, Virginia?
Yes, lost my own driveway.
Really? No. I'll also be signing an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA. I think, frankly, FEMA is not good. I think when you have a problem like this, I think you want to go and, whether it's a Democrat or Republican governor, you want to use your state to fix it and not waste time calling FEMA, and then FEMA gets here and they don't know the area, they've never been to the area, and they want to give you rules that you've never heard about. They want to bring people that aren't as good as the people you already have. And FEMA's turned out to be a disaster. And you could go back a long way. You could go back to Louisiana. You could go back to some of the things that took place in Texas. It turns out to be the state that ends up doing the work. It just complicates it. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away. And we pay directly. We pay a percentage to the state. But the state should fix this. If the state did this from the beginning, it would have been a lot better situation. I think you guys agree with that, right?
Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, did you just hear that? Trump just said that he is making plans to dismantle FEMA. This is groundbreaking, guys. What do you guys think about that? Should FEMA just be eliminated and allow the states to handle their own situations? I mean, like, Trump's got a good point. When you have FEMA, they're not familiar with the local towns, and who is this FEMA group to come in whenever they get around to it? Number one, they're ignoring your calls, as we've seen with the North Carolina victims. And then once they get there, you know, first of all, North Carolina victims haven't had running water in 2 months. And then when they eventually get there, they're trying to impose their own rules on the people of North Carolina in their own cities. Like, what in the world? Let me know if you think FEMA should be dismantled. Let me know if you think FEMA should remain because you support FEMA. Let me know, guys.
So I just want to say that Asheville, I know it well. It's a great place, and we're going to have it be a great place again. That was the one that was most severely affected. But North Carolina is going to come back bigger, better, stronger than ever before. And you're going to be very thankful. And you've already seen, I know that it really began 4 days ago, but you've already seen more action than you have in the last 3 months. And we're going to get it together. We're informing the Army Corps of Engineers to get going because you have a lot of river breaks and a lot of areas that you're going to need some pretty big work. And they're on their way. They're going to be working much harder than they've been working in the past, and we're going to take care of it. Any questions from the press of any of the congressmen, governor, anybody?
Sir, are you going to sign an executive order on FEMA, getting rid of it? Can you say more about signing an executive order to get rid of FEMA, please?
FEMA has been a very big disappointment. They cost a tremendous amount of money. It's very bureaucratic, and it's very slow. Other than that, we're very happy with them. Okay, and I think when there's a problem with the state, I think that problem should be taken care of by the state. That's what we have states for. They take care of problems, and a governor can handle something very quickly. You know, one of the things I've noticed, because I've been doing this for a while, and we had a pretty good FEMA, but I also noticed that when they come, they end up in arguments. They're fighting all the time over who does what. It's just not a good system. This system is so beautifully designed over 250 years approximately, you know, and we'll soon be celebrating the 250th year. It's going to be a very big celebration. But it's been designed very well, and we're going to leave it that way. When North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Tennessee, when everybody knows the governor of Tennessee, I think, everybody. Do you know everybody here pretty much? I never thought of it, but you're right over the ridge.
Right
right?
over the
So
hillside.
you're here to help. That's great.
The people in this region, including Tennessee, the people of Appalachia, are grateful that you are here and that you haven't forgotten them. And that there are other disasters, but this one was enormous for both North Carolina and Tennessee. So thank you.
You know, I've seen a lot of disasters, and when I came here right after, the day after. And when I came here, I couldn't believe it, actually. I couldn't believe the damage. And I've seen a lot of them. This was more like a tornado than it was what we witnessed. So we're going to get it very much taken care of. Good job. That's nice that you came.
By the way, if you guys are enjoying the video, if you appreciate the content, definitely hit the like button. Thank you so much for sharing these videos. Check out the videos that are coming up here next, and we'll see you guys on the next one.